These bits are back at nearly half the price they were before.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com. We're going to take a look at something we've kind of already showed you in the past. So you may remember those, I guess they call it the Iron Wolf. You may remember those 3D printed upgrade parts from Gadgets Plus. They sold them over on Shapeways. We did a couple videos on maybe the Custodes one, I think, definitely a Blood Angels one, and the Iron Wolf itself many years ago. And to be quite honest, the prices haven't come down much on them over at Shapeways. If anything, they've gone up. Really cool idea in theory, but the problem was that these upgrade kits from Shapeways in 3D printed material from them were almost $150 at the time, which is the cost of a Night Titan. So it was a little prohibitive for a lot of folks. I mean, you could get some of the parts a la carte, you could get the feet, you could get the weapons, you could get the shoulder pads, and that was neat. But now Iron Wolf Minis has come along. See what they did there, Iron Wolf Minis. They've taken a lot of those designs, they've cast them in resin, and they're almost half price or more, or less in some cases, than the stuff that's available over on Shapeways. Now, they don't have the full catalog because they're working into it. As they sell more parts, they'll bring more parts over, cast them up, and get them out. But I guess the point of this whole video is they sent us parts. They're like, hey, you can get the stuff for less. Do you want to tell folks? And I was like, yes, absolutely. Send me some stuff to show them off, because I painted a lot of the stuff and I actually have some painted miniatures here right now. I prefer to work in resin. I will work in 3D printed material. It's just technically resin too. The problem is, and it's not really a problem, it's not any more or less of a problem than anybody that has a printer at home, it's sometimes there's printer marks. Sometimes you have to do a little extra work to kind of hide them or work around them. The stuff on Gadgets Plus is great, and the stuff from Iron Wolf Minis in resin is amazing. Not even talking the price, talking the quality too. So let's jump over to the new Iron Wolf Minis website. I'll kind of show you what's going on there, and you'll notice the prices right off the bat. And then we've got some of the stuff here in the studio, and I'll compare it to some of the 3D printed parts that we've painted up in the past as well. So here it is, ironwolfminis.com. It looks to be a Shopify site, pretty easy. You can convert currencies in different denominations and things right here, and I'm pretty sure there isn't a whole lot of arbitrage or anything like that. Yeah, it's pretty much the straight dollar conversion. You just got to beware with your credit card. Sometimes there's a little bit of a transaction fee for international and things like that. But if you're buying from out of country, you probably already know these sort of things right there, right? They have a bunch of different policies and, of course, products as well. They got Questoris compatible, Dominus compatible, and Armiger compatible. I'm going to show you one of the Armiger kits today. We have some of the Questor stuff we'll probably do at a later time. So, but just right off the bat, I've showed you this stuff before. They have whole conversion kits, which is kind of where the savings really comes through. The Mini Wolf conversion kit for $42 with the rotary guns is already, I mean, these things were $15 each just for a gun from the 3D printed versions of them. So that might have been 18, I forget. But there were more. There were definitely more. The Frost Spear conversion kit right here, the complete kit for $34, and that's all the resin pieces you see there that are going to go on the little Armiger. Custodian Guard, this thing was $150 or more. I don't remember exactly. The alternate version with the eagle head, and then up here you of course got the Iron Wolf. The kit, the upgrade, the design that started it all 5 years ago now is its own brand, which is pretty neat to see, right? So let's jump over to the Armiger, and I think we have this one here we're going to show you today. So this is the Mini Wolf conversion kit. It's going to come obviously with those parts there, but they're all laid out. Frost Spear gun kit, so 2 shoulder pads, the feetsies, the little ankle armor, the extra bit that goes around where the joint connects right here, the head bit, and well, I guess we'll call that the collar. It's his collar, the head bit, and the 2 shoulder pads right there for $34, which is way better than it is over on Shapeways. And some disclaimers, obviously wear protection and stuff when cleaning, yada yada yada, stuff we've all talked about in the past. And there's what it looks like all put together, ready to go. Shipping isn't that bad either here in the States. This is a price for approximately in California. It goes up a little bit if you're on the East Coast where I am. I think it was about $8 for priority mail right here, and about $3 for first class. And this was for 2 of those upgrade kits, so not too bad. If you know, you might want to split it with a friend or something like that, but pretty average shipping in my opinion. Now this is the mini Iron Wolf. I painted up, I want to say like 2 years ago when they came out with the resin bits or the printed bits over on Gadgets Plus. But now you can obviously get them for a lot less, but you can kind of see a lot of the elements here. Obviously the plastic elements are nice and smooth, but there is a little bit of print lines like right up in here on the wolf head. Everything else was pretty smooth if I remember correctly. Like you can see everything looks good in here on the upgrade weapon. The shoulder pads look great because the print lines were underneath, but I guess just the way this was designed kind of had to be that way. And then this is one of the optional arm kits or arm weapons. I'm not sure, I don't think that comes with the kit currently. It might be one of the things that they're gonna probably look at doing here in the future. It might be on their site here pretty soon. But you know, overall, I mean, it's going to make a great addition to pretty much any Imperial army. Of course, Space Wolves would look pretty fresh as well. So what I thought was pretty cool, and it's a very nice little ubi, as they call it, I guess, out of box touch, is the fact that they have like the logo kind of stamped on here. I assume it's stamped on here. I assume these aren't custom anything, but yeah, it's pretty neat. So they sent over a bunch of different upgrade stuff, and what? Oh yeah, there's more stuff in here too, which I thought was pretty neat. So this whole thing is just like, it's just a really cool experience. So there's a sticker, a little 3-inch sticker, give or take. So that's gonna go on in the collection there, and a nice little business card with some foil stamping and a thank you for your purchase. Tag your photo of finished models for a chance to be featured on our channels. So just at Iron Wolf Minis right there. I know it's hard to read because it's kind of blown out. And then there's little dice bags that the parts come in. So this one here has the smaller parts, the armature parts in it, and this one has the larger parts for the Iron Wolf itself, the kind of the flagship product. So I pulled out our stunt night, so to speak, to try some of these parts onto it. And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time because I've showed you this stuff in the past, but we were able to get the knee plates on, and the shoulder pads fit on just fine. Used a little blue tack, and the Iron Wolf cannon locks in there just fine with no tolerance issues or anything like that. So, and there's really good crisp detail on this resin bit right here. I mean, all the way around. Looking pretty fresh, even the little cuts into there with the runes and stuff. For the feet, unable, you know, I wasn't able to get them on there because we've already glued the stuff together, but they look great too, with lots of detail areas and some studs and things. And then the Iron Wolf head itself looks a lot better than it did in person with the 3D bits, but the 3D bits are still great. You just see through them and they don't look quite as good sometimes, but the resin just looks great because it's opaque, you know, so it's like, boom, there it is. I couldn't get that on there either because I already pre-assembled some of the head right there, but using these two parts together, you can swivel it. So like I said, didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because we haven't done a whole lot with the armatures, so I wanted to show you that one today and just kind of introduce the fact that these are out there right now and to check them out. And then here's the baby Iron Wolf. It's a baby. It's a cute little kid. They got the cute little mini dice bag, or a parts bag that's it's a little bit smaller than this, but you can definitely put your dice in it afterwards, or you know, store those choice bits, so to speak. Was able to get the head on this one, which was pretty sweet because it actually doesn't glue in. It just, you kind of have to position it, so that was nice. Optional upgrade top here, which I actually used on my painted version. I'm going to show you here in a second. And then all of the shoulder pads and everything, we were able to lock those on. There isn't upgrade ones for this, so you have to use the plastic kind of hit pads, but the little what is that, shin, is that your shin? We'll go with shin. Little shin armor pads are there as well. And then they have this the Iron Wolf mini frost cannon as well that looks pretty crisp with detail work and everything on all the vents, and that just will lock into here. Now I'm pretty sure I used a 1/4-inch magnet on this to magnetize those, and that should fit in there just like before because it comes with the two parts to either put in the joint or put in the magnet, depending on how you want to do it right there. But it does look to be the same diameter, which is pretty nice. So I think next time we might take a look at the Gatler upgrades they have for these. Oh, and I wasn't able to get the feet on here because I had already glued them down, but the feet will definitely make it look very striking, kind of like I showed you. Did I show you in the picture? Let's take, yeah, there they are, right right there is the optional upgrade feet, and then the shin pads right there. And like I said, you'll have to use the plastic ones at the top. And how do they compare to the 3D casted parts? Well, we actually have one of their 3D casted Knight upgrade bits here. Not the Iron Wolf, because we sold the little mini one already. I think we gave that away on Twitch or redeemed it. But here, we kept this bit here. I think it's called the Armadillo. I want to say that's right. Armadillo carapace right there. And man, it's very hard to tell them apart, to be quite honest, because the print lines were underneath. Although you can see some slight striations. They're very, very faint. I don't even think they're coming up in the camera. Oh, there they might be right there. That aren't on these flat surfaces right here. This is all very flush and super, super shiny, ready to go with a little bit of paint right there. And let's see if we can put our stubber. So those would work great for the Mechanicum upgrade ones, like with the Laslocks, the Moriaks, and things that came out recently from Forge World as well. So those would lock in there and work just great. So there it is. We'll show off our full painted armature for our Knights next time when we do the chain cannon video. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching our video, our unboxing build, and I can't say enough good things about this little kind of experience here. This is the thing that puts companies over the top from other folks out there, and it's just a really neat thing to see that you don't see very often in this hobby. So when we do see it, I want to make sure we talk about it a little bit more. So thank you very much for watching this. Make sure you head out over to ironwolfminiatures.com to get any of the Knight upgrades that you've been wanting to buy but perhaps were too expensive from Shapeways. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all of our videos.